A Guide to Learning Dispositions at Moorfoot Primary. At Moorfoot Primary, we would like to make learning visible for our learners. But what does that mean? Well, we would like our pupils to think about what they're doing and understand the learning that is taking place. We would like pupils to think about the methods and strategies and to be aware of how they are learning. Pupils and staff, as well as parents at Moorfoot Primary, work together to create our learning dispositions. These are characteristics and attitudes of what we all believe to be a good learner, or what makes a good learner. We believe that if children know what makes a good learner, they will be able to use these successfully. We created characters to help pupils identify these behaviours, and we use them to reinforce learning styles in the class. You may see your child wearing a sticker with one of these characters. We're encouraging pupils to identify these characteristics of learning. Learning dispositions are not the same as children's skills and knowledge. It may be useful to think of them as similar to the child's personality. It may just be the way that the child learns, or a strategy that will help the child to learn. Our first character is the owl. The owl asks questions to find things out. When a child begins to talk, they often ask, "What's that?" or "Why?" This is our first stage of learning. As we grow, this does not change. We want to encourage children to use this approach in their learning. If they're not sure of something, they can ask. This is the way that they will learn. Our next character is the spider. The spider makes links between what we experience or learn in school and also what they experience and learn outside of school. Children may make links in one curricular area or across curricular areas. For example, they may use negative numbers or graphs and use them in a science lesson. They may be able to talk about their own experiences outside of school and use that knowledge to solve a problem or apply it in a new situation. For example, we are learning about the number 8 in class. A child might remember seeing the number 8 on a clock, or that they have a number 8 on their door. A child may be looking at the weather and see the temperature. They've already learned about negative numbers, and now they apply that to a real-life skill. The next character is the bee. The bee sometimes learns through others. The bee often learns more when they work with others cooperatively, but they also know when it's time to think and work alone. Learning is social, and we often learn best when we have other people to bounce our ideas off of. But there are also times where you need to work on your own. We would like the pupils to recognise the benefits of both and how it can help with their learning. The next character is the ant, and we believe that the ant challenges itself. I reflect on my learning and I reach for my targets to improve. I know that I should always challenge myself because that is when I learn best. We want our children to enjoy the challenge and understand that, like the ant, they will be successful. The ant doesn't give up, and that comes over to our next character, the tortoise. I know I can learn from my mistakes. I am able to keep going and climb out of the learning pit. I always have a goal. So no matter how long it takes, you will get there. And that's what we want our children to think about. It links nicely into our growth mindset, but it also links into our learning pit. You may have heard your child talking about this at home, and this is what the learning pit looks like. This is one version. Your child may be working with a different one. At the beginning, you are facing your challenge. You may feel anxious, nervous, scared, excited, or comfortable. At this point, you're the ant, ready for the challenge. You're going to have a go, just like that ant. But as it gets hard, you may begin to feel a little frustrated. You might be confused, but you're not going to give up. You're like the tortoise. As you progress through, you may begin asking questions, making links to previous learning. Slowly, you're going to get out of that pit. You may work collaboratively You may concentrate on your own. This is where that B comes in. And then finally, you are the successful learner. You should feel achievement and pride. And quite often, we will ask our pupils to work through that learning pit. The next video clip will help you to understand more about these learning dispositions from our children's perspective. Look out for that in the coming weeks. Thank you for listening.